Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Title Tuesday, our weekly appointment with Chess.com and with a lot of title players. And here we are. Today we have a really very strong field. So I'm really excited to be commentating this. I hope you will have a couple of hours, pleasant hours with some good quality chess. I hope. Alright, let's see who are the top 20, our top players today. Oh, we see our Firouzja is the number one. And of course, we have Firouzja, Hikaru, and a lot of top GMs like Grishuk. A wonderful time that is a grandmaster for Vietnam, from Vietnam. We have Dubov, Svidler, Fair Chess, okay, Mamedjarov, a lot of big names. Also Joseph Martinez, he was, while I was commentating the Arena King, he won the arena, so I believe in Joseph. But let's see. We have a lot of big names. Which one are your prediction? Who do you think is the favorite? Will Hikaru win? Will Firouzja? Will somebody else? What do you think? Let's see. I'm always curious to see the prediction of the chat. Hello everyone. It's me, Alessia. And we are ready. I'm excited to follow this event. And it's starting now, right now. So, I think I will start the game. Yes, the game has started. I will open a couple of games. Hikaru just started. I just have to check that the layout is fine. Okay. Okay, I think you like the evaluation bar like this. We see if something crazy is gonna happen. I will also open the game of Firouzja and other games. But let's start with Hikaru. Okay. Okay, some technical issues, but now is everything fine. Alright, perfect. So let's see, the game just started. Which opening was that? Was a Reti, Knight f3, Knight e5, b3. Okay, so already Hikaru is playing a title player, an international master from Poland. I know that the chess community in Poland is rising up. So I don't know if in the chat there are a fan of Alexander. And let's see. Okay, Hikaru is playing pretty solid, not putting any pawn, not pushing the pawn too far. Okay. The queen is now attacked. I think this is a more or less fine position. White is playing very solid. Black is trying to attack. Now this pawn is weak, so white cannot just move out this knight because this pawn would be hanging. Okay. It's interesting. I like how aggressive black is playing, but of course we know that the skills of Hikaru are pretty good, so we will see. Okay, let's switch to another game. Here we have Firouzja. He is a very talented player. Doesn't need any presentation, I think. If there is anybody in the chat that didn't ever hear the name Firouzja, yeah, let me know. But I think everyone knows him. And is a very strong grandmaster. Somebody says that he will be the next world champion. I don't know, but somebody says this. So let's see. Well. This position is pretty close. The center is completely blocked. White has more space on the king side. Black has a bit more space on the queen side. The question is, will white be able to use the extra space to deliver checkmate? Will black be able to gain space on the queen side in order to activate all his pieces? Okay, f6 is a very typical move in order to open the center and getting some counter chances. I really like this knight. Look how annoying is the knight on e4. Yes. It's really annoying. Who are you cheering? Let me know in the chat. Who do you think will win this title Tuesday? And who are you cheering for? And if you win a very big prize. But I will tell you another time. No, I'm joking. But chat knows which one is the prize. Okay, let's see which one is the current position. Alright, so basically black is trying to organize some counterattack on the f-file. I see. Of course, the knight went back because this knight was challenging the knight on e4, but black cannot just go away from the e-file because the pawn is hanging. So what did black do? Just push it. If you have a weakness and you can eliminate it, just do it. And I really like, because if white is going to take here and knight take, then this queen is starting getting active because this pawn will be free to be pushed. So yes, Vidler should be playing. I saw Svidler in the starting list, so I think Svidler should be playing. But I will give you confirmation as soon as I see him again. Okay, so I think there are already some victories. Blue Baum, you see, MSB is already with 1 out of 1, also Zigago, Elianov. A lot of Grandmasters already won their first game. So it's time to hurry up, Firuza. Come on. But I like, because now what white did is very educational. I think it's really very good. White pushed the pawn from e6 to e4. And now there is no problem anymore about that pawn because he's well protected by the pawn on d5. So now black is just playing one way on the f-file and trying to exploit the weakness on f2. So I really like what Firuza did, is can now enjoy his way. On the other side, let's shortly move in this game where Hikaru in an exchange up and his opponent is under serious time trouble. I think we are very near to see a result here. Look, this will be a fork, and so I think now it's time to click the resign button. Not yet, because the bishop is attacking the rook. Okay, oh yeah, okay, Hikaru just took the piece and took the second one. This pawn will just be decisive. Hikaru is now a full piece up, I think. I think it's enough to bring the king, and then the game should be over. Still going, actually. Alexander is not trusting Hikaru's skills. Or maybe just testing them. Okay, good. GG's. Let's see, let's go back to Firuza then. Let's go. Okay, so basically now black has an extra pawn and is starting to push the pawn, but also look at all those pawns, they're all weak. So probably black is able to convert this to 2 pawns advantage. Yes, and he did it in a lovely way, protecting the strongest pawn and just then taking another pawn. Okay, so let's see the technique here. What is black doing in order to win? Okay, very good. Giving check, protecting the pawn and pushing. Okay, so basically now what black wants to do is just to push here, protecting the pawn, and then play rook d8. And this is enough because the plan is way too easy, and that's why file resigned here. Okay, good. Let's see. We have still Grishuk is still playing the first round. Grishuk is still playing. But he seems to be in a winning position because he has a bishop here. I think this bishop can move away and he has 2 extra pawns. So Grishuk is in the leading seats here. Okay, yes, white just lost that pawn. Now the knights are attacking this, but yes, I think Grishuk is completely in control. He just needs to push all the pawns at the right time without losing them, because the knights can be dangerous. They can attack the same pawn at the same time. So, we need to be a bit careful. Oh yes, the queen and the king are on the same diagonal, but sadly there is no check because this pawn is still here. Okay. Well, I think just changing queens is enough, yeah. Yes, okay, also Grishuk, we have a big time problem here. Let's remind the format of this event. It's a 11 round, 3 minutes plus 1 second increment. So it's just 1 second, it's very few, believe me, it's possible to flag here. White just promoted a queen and there was no check, no problem for black, so was enough. Okay, let's see if there is any game still. Yes, there are still a lot of games. So We are going to open it. Here we have an international master from Kazakhstan against a FIDE master from Romania. Okay, we have a pawn endgame. Pawn endgame on the board. Okay, this looks kind of drawish because no player can go far away from the pawn. Okay, now that even they are challenging pawns, white has the so-called opposition, so he's facing the black king. And mostly when you have the opposition, you have an advantage. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, but now white is losing pawn and black is for sure able to change the last pawn. So this should be a draw. Yes, and we have a draw on the board. Wow. It was tense. I think if we go a few moves back, I'm not sure if this move is still drawing or if b4 was necessary. Maybe black has enough squares. Maybe black has enough squares. Should be a draw anyway. Okay, so let's move to the last games of this first round. Okay, this game is already finished. Okay, I see a queen against a rook. The pawn are going on this side. The black pawn are going on this side. Okay, and this white to move. Is this game? Oh wait, this game is finished already. Oh wait, white flagged. Oh, okay. Okay, it seems like all the games are. Okay, this game is still going on. Very good. We have a national master against a FIDE master from Brazil. That likes probably the line knight f3, c5. Oh, and we have two bishops against a rook. Oh, this game can last a while. Yes. I mean, it should be just a draw. I mean, the only player that can blunder is probably black, that can kind of blunder a rook under bishop. Or get a fork by the knight. Yes. Okay. I mean, I don't believe. Okay. I mean, the knight is the only piece that can do a fork here. But what black is doing is very good because he's keeping the king far away from the rook. Okay, now they are near. This would be a fork. Okay, I'm so scared. I mean, imagine if this happened. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. Okay, but black could have taken. I mean, black could take a piece. I don't understand. I don't understand what is black hoping for. Maybe black is hoping that white is blundering a piece and then in a still draw endgame, he's using the fact that white would be completely tilted and to win. Oh, I don't believe that. I mean, okay. Do you believe? 50 moves you think. Okay, they are at move 138. Okay. No, I cannot believe that there will be a blunder in this game. No. Yes, I see the chat of Chess.com is saying, it's a draw, come on, it's a draw. Oh, calm down, guys. Okay, there was a draw offer. Black offered a draw, but white didn't want it. He said, no, prove myself, come on. But black can sacrifice a piece at any moment. I mean, if you really want, you can take. I mean, maybe we are going to see the move now. Black is thinking, oh, black disconnected. Oh no. Oh, he reconnected. Oh, okay. I understand why white is playing on. Okay, but now it's draw by 50 move rule. Okay. Guys, this is a demonstration in chess. There is always an opportunity. Always. I think all the game are finished. I believe so. So we are ready for a second round. Good luck to all the players. And let's see how it goes. Oh, it was exciting. I mean, it's incredible that it seems like nothing can happen, but really in chess, everything can still happen. So, yeah, don't forget that the opponent might just disconnect. And boom. And ciao. Everything is possible. Okay. Great. Okay, so we didn't see anything. I think Grisher was having a very nice game before. Okay, let's see shortly how the game of Firouz is starting. Here we are. Okay, this is a Sicilian with b3. We want to avoid the main line, I think. Yeah. I see. All right. Let's see which one is the current position. Okay, it's pretty close structure. Sometimes in this kind of structure, both players try to play f4 or f5. Sometimes also b4 or b5. That's why the move played here is a6. And also white played a5. But these are very slow positions. So we can probably move to some other position. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so Hikaru is now with the black pieces against a Russian grandmaster. And well, this position seems complex. Which opening was that? Okay, g6, c5. Oh, okay, I've never seen that. But it's for sure a pretty modern approach, because mostly you don't want to give away so early the black square bishop. So, yeah, it's kind of new for me, but I trust Hikaru's skills. Let's see. Everyone trusts. Okay, let's move on to another game. This seems a bit more open and wild, because look at this king. It has no protection. The pawn was moved to g5. Ooh, the pawn was moved to g5 and he captured a piece. Okay. The material is still equal here. Yes, I count 6 pawn for black, 6 pawn for white, 2 pieces on the board. The black king is for sure, seems at least a bit vulnerable, but on the other end, no white piece is approaching the king side. At the moment, there are 2 black pieces on the king side. Instead, all the white pieces are still on the queen side. So at the moment, seems fine. But let's see what Benjamin Bach will do there here. Okay. I saw in the chat that somebody was cheering from. Oh my god. Oh, okay. No, nothing. Everything is good. Everything good. I think you didn't hear anything. Yeah, that's good. All right. I just had some alerts. Okay, it's good. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Let's move to a game. Let's go. Let's see Dubov. Yes. Dubov is with the black pieces. He's a strong grandmaster from Russia. And he's a very creative player, I can tell you. He's really extremely creative, and also in classical chess, he always likes to play some sideline in order to bring the opponent under unknown field. So it's a dangerous player. But actually, this position seems kind of a bit bluish, because it's very symmetrical. 4 pawns on a side, 2 pawns on the other. Knight plus bishop and a queen, and okay, maybe the only difference can be the c file. Now white is threatening a check on h7, but g6 was played. I think this is kind of rubbish. So let's go on. Let's go back to Firouzja. Oh, actually, this game turned. Okay, it's completely another position. You remember the pawn? Oh. Whoa. I mean, it was completely close. I want to show you, few moves ago was like this, and now it is this. So, okay. Where are the white pawns? I have no idea, but probably white gave away some pawns in order to get the pieces into the action. So white is currently, it's not even pawn down. I mean, it's 4 against 4, but just a very asymmetrical position, no? This pawn is really advanced, and it looks a bit scary. But on the other hand, the rooks might join the game, because this king is very weak. Instead, the white king is pretty... Oh, wow, that pawn was hanging. Yes. And now this king is weak. Instead, this king is still stable. Still is not at all an easy position. This knight is hanging. Because if white is too slow, these pawns are fast to become a queen. So it's important to be careful here. Okay, black is thinking. Yes, 40 seconds. Again, 40 seconds. Time is starting to be fewer. On the other hand, Hikaru is playing. Oh, and here we have a mate on the board. Check here. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a GG because now it's a discovery check. The rook is giving a check and the knight is attacking the queen. So here, black is winning a full queen for a knight, and yeah, this is a GG. Okay, let's go back to Firouzja because this is exciting position. Rook takes e6, rook c8 in order to protect the knight, and we have knight g5. All right, okay, d3 was played, knight here, trying to control those pawns. There was the threat of f4 on f6. Is this knight hanging? Oh, yeah. Okay, now black might just stay there. Okay. Okay, still crazy. Okay, maybe g3. I try to predict the moves that Grandmaster are doing. This is pretty... it's pretty ambitious from my side, but I try, I believe. Maybe still some checks, just to gain some time. I would give some check, gain a bit of seconds, and then think, maybe take on c3. Call me Firouzja next time, I mean. Yeah, check back. Oh, okay. Too ambitious. Okay, so he gave a check, he forced the opponent to give away an exchange, and now there is a check, another check here. Is it this mate? We have another check there. Check here. Also check here we have now again. Oh, check there. Oh, wow. Okay. Will white find a way? I think now, yes. Now check with the rook here. Oh, yeah, now. Oh, mate, fantastic. Okay, I didn't have to try to compete and to just say the moves that a 2200 and plates should do because I have 1000 rating points less. So, but this is didactic for everyone. Exemplary way to give a checkmate. Always keep in check. Like this, you don't give your opponent any chance. Wow. Oh, we have 1 second here. Okay, I just saw that black was having 1 second, and yeah, it was a bit too few time. Okay, let's see if there are still game on. Yes, of course there are. So here we have Turk Grandmaster. Okay, Chopper is a Grandmaster from Turkey. He's called Mustafa Yilmaz. And what about this position? Let's see. Okay, black is just running, no? Oh, black is just running. Oh, this is... Oh, wow. This is a big win. Okay. Because, look, the rating difference is nearly... Okay, it's 350 points. So... Oh, wait, what happened? Okay, now the pawn is... Okay, now the pawn is just pushing. Okay, that's good. I switch sides shortly. Okay, that's got GG. Wow, this was an underdog victory. Not bad. Chopper was the favorite from the rating point. Okay. Okay, this game is over. Let's see who is still playing. We have 2 international masters in this rook hand game. White has 2 extra pawns, but it's not easy at all to win this kind of endgames, especially if the king is so near. Okay, but on the other end, these are very hard for black to make a draw because one small mistake and you lose. Okay, I mean I think the rook needs to give a check exactly. Oh wow, now we might have a very technique endgame. Yes, so now the rook is cutting the king out, the pawn is pushing, the king will help the king to be pushed. I think this is just over. Now the king can go near. Yeah, now the king goes here. And this is just the bridge. Yeah, it's a very theoretical position. Now white needs to build a bridge. Okay, white will hide. And now already this move should be winning. Okay, I think rook here was winning. But now rook f6. Okay, rook d1 is winning f4 rook. Okay, this will be a GG. It's very nice because here we have a very important, probably the most important. Okay, we have the fielder position. When we talk about rook hand games, we have two positions that you must absolutely know. One is the fielder position and one is the Lucena position. This is the Lucena position. It's also called the bridge technique, because basically, in order to promote your pawn, you need to build a bridge between the king and the opponent rook. And you do it with your own rook. You gotta put between the opponent rook and your king, you gotta put your own rook. And it's called bridge. And it's a very important position. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check it out. It's extremely important for your technique in rook hand games. Okay, are there games still on? Not. No, the second round is over and we are approaching the round number 3. Okay, so let's open our top boards again. Will we see unexpected result in the top boards? What do you think? Okay, so let's see Firuza. Firuza is with the black pieces and he played the French. Yes. Oh, wait. No, not really the French. And this is, I played a match against Grandmaster, International Master Molina, soon Grandmaster Molina. And he played always this line with me, against me, with black. And this is called the bad French, because it's with b6. But it looks so similar to the French structure, of course. Okay, black changed already the very annoying bishop in the French, that is the white square bishop. And okay, now it's time for black to bring out all the pieces and to develop. Alright. The name of the bridge technique is called Lucena position. All right. All right, so I think this game is more or less in control. Firuza needs still to develop his pieces, to bring the bishop back, the knight back, to castle, bring the rook into the games. So we can move on. Let's see if we can already complete this development. Yes, you see, this is very educational, because in chess, at the beginning of each game, this is exactly what you need to do. Push your center pawn, develop all your pieces, try to bring all your pieces on the board, possibly towards the center. Exactly, try to fight for the center, develop all your pieces. When all your minor pieces, so knight and bishops, are out, it's time to castle your king and then to bring out the queen. Like this, the rook are connected and you have harmony in your position. So this is very educational. Try to do it in your game and you will see you are in your way to be as strong as Hikaru. Alright, so here white as a pawn up. I probably won it few moves ago. The rook is now attacking, the bishop is now attacking the rook, so the rook is under attack. I see already some problems for black. Look at this pawn, it could be really weak, and the white bishop is looking at it. So I think this could be pretty dangerous for black. I don't know, that rook on c4 looks a bit weird because it doesn't have a safe spot at the moment. But maybe Hikaru can play... I think Hikaru would like to play g3 to push this knight away. Sadly, it's not possible at the moment because this pawn would be hanging. So that's not really what you want. Okay, rook c6. Now the bishop is looking directly to the f7 pawn. Let's try to see which... Oh, okay. So the idea of rook c6 is that this move is preparing knight d5, and now the knight is protected by the bishop. Okay, very good. So Hikaru gave away a pawn, but now he managed to activate his pieces. So the rook are on the c file. The rook would love to go to c7. Sadly, this is not possible at the moment because the square is occupied by the bishop. But one idea could be to remove the queen and then to play f4. This could be very dangerous. Then the bishop needs to stay on this diagonal. In order to cover the c7 square. That's why probably black played the move rook d7. And now he's trying to exchange the rooks on the c file. Oh, beautiful tactic. Wow, fantastic. Giving away, changing the pieces on f7, and now the rook will take back this bishop and also gain another pawn. So this endgame should be a rook, just one extra pawn, because this pawn will also fall. Okay, it's not clear that it's not so easy here. Oh, rook f3. Oh, king f3, sorry. Oh, very nice, very nice. The king is protecting the pawn, and Hikaru has a very active rook, so probably he will win still a pawn. Because now if black is pushing, yes, yeah, white can play this. Wow, this is technique, guys. This is what we say, what we refer to when we say technique. Fantastic. Be precise and do the right moves. Take the right pawn in the right time, because you also have to consider that also your opponent has a threat. Now white is three extra pawns, so it's just time to push. Yes, and reader 777 trusted the Hikaru ability and just clicked on the resign button. And meanwhile, okay, Firouzja is still playing. We have this position where actually Firouzja is a pawn down, right? But there is a big problem for black, that is this knight that is pinned. And this could be pretty painful. Also, this pawn is pretty interesting, is half weak, half... Oh. Okay, I would be scared if I would be black here. But still, I say, this knight might be lost, so maybe black has nothing to be scared. He can just celebrate the fact that this knight is double pinned, because you might ask yourself, why didn't white change the queen that was pinning the knight? Well, the knight was also pinned twice, because also pinned to the rook behind. So the knight was probably lost. Okay, let's see. Let's see what white will do here, because let me point out, this pawn could be dangerous. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay, and now the knight is just in time to stop the pawn on f6. Okay, the king is starting to be very active. Knight f8, brilliant move to cover all the square. Now probably the king just needs to go to f7 and then the knight is free to go. Very good, very good, very good. I think now the knight is just free to go. Free to catch pawns and everything. This should be easy clap. Alright, Firouzja thinking. h5. Knight back. Okay, is giving that pawn. He's giving that pawn. He wants to try to keep this other pawn. Okay, the knight is going away, I think. Oh, 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Okay, this can hurt. Okay, this is a draw. Now it's a draw. Now it's just a draw. Ooh. This was somehow winning, but was not easy. Okay, we have another... Okay, big time trouble here. Also here. Oh, wow. White is really on few seconds. This is sorting. I should not see the time. I should just trust. Okay, but now... Oh, really, guys, white had just 0.02 seconds. Which is few. Believe me. Okay, but now white is just winning. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. Okay, let's see if there are still games going on. Yes, Mehmetov is still playing. Let's see. Mehmetov is with the white pieces. You have a queen plus a bishop against just the rook right now. And that's enough to click to resign. Okay, very good. Let's see. Okay, we have an international master against a FIDE master. Oh, just a fork to the king and the rook. So this should be also a resignation. Is this the last game? No, there is still a game going on. All right. Here we have a FIDE master from Italy. He has the white pieces, so he's kind of losing it. I think it's good to resign here. I think it's time. Yes, unless the time is too few. No, I think it's fine. Okay, let's switch to another game. We have a women international master against a candidate master. Okay, this is a bit more interesting, I gotta say. Okay, attention that the time is really few. White has few seconds, and this should be probably just a draw. But still white wants to try, you know? It feels I have the rook, so I am the side, but actually the rook could be very dangerous. Because a knight can easily give a fork! Okay, okay. I got scared. But actually it's fine, is everything under control? I thought it was a fork, but actually it's white that is winning here. Wow. Really well done. Actually, I know this women international master from Armenia. She's of my age. Congratulations. Okay, was it the last game? Yes, this was the last game. Okay, guys, it was... I got nearly an heart attack, but I survived it. I hope you survived it as well. These endgames are really exciting. And we are ready for round 4. After this round, we will have a short break. We have a short break after round 4, after round 8. We let the players a bit get in shape, bring energy, drink a bit of tea, be back on shape, and everything is good. Okay, but the game started already. Here, the tournament must go always on. So let's see, Hikaru. Firouzja did a draw, so he's now not in the top 5 anymore. Here you see next to us, you see always the standings. You see the first 8 places, so yeah, not bad. We see Hikaru is out. Firouzja is out. Okay, let's see Mr. Hikaru. How is going? Until now, everything is good. Which opening is that? E4, Hikaru can with knight c3. Okay, they don't go for the main lines. Okay, we're in blitz. They can play whatever they want. I see. Okay, this knight can be really, really dangerous. You see, now he's attacking the g7 pawn, and if black is pushing, all this white square would be kind of weak. So I'm not confident that g6 is the right move. Yeah, okay, so black is playing the move bishop f8, which is a very passive move, but it's probably needed because pushing g6 was probably not a good idea. But now what is black doing? Rook g8? Probably not. There will be knight f6, so rook g8 was not an option. But black found the f5 resource in order to protect the pawn with the queen. This is probably a good move. All right. Okay, I think we can shortly move on. Let's see. Let's go to see a game. Okay, let's see. Fair Chess is Grandmaster Andrekin from Russia. Playing against an international master from United States. Which opening is this? Oh wow, a London system with c5, but it looks like an Indian game, you know, a Fianchetto line with the bishop on g7. Now black is still not castled. Black is trying to attack the king on the queen side, maybe by pushing b5. The knight on d5 could be a bit annoying. And the black king is still on the center. Maybe knight c4 now, trying to... Or b4 also. b4. We like it. Okay, so black is not castling, not letting the king in the center. At the moment is everything fine. The rooks, the bishop are not still inside the game, so it seems good. It seems like black has the initiative here. Oh, Hikaru won already. Yes, Hikaru did win already. Did win already. That's cool. Wow, it was fast. Want shortly to see what happened here. Okay, the queen got exchanged. Knight g7, bishop there. Oh, the king went wild. The king went wild, but now there are problems with the rook, I see. And Hikaru is catching all the pawns. Oh, wow. Okay, and for black this was enough, because there are always checks. There are checks everywhere. The knight can go jump. Yeah, this is painful, and black said, nah. No. I take some rest and go for the next game. I understand that. I understand. Alright, let's see what Andrekin is doing. How the attack is going on. Okay, knight g4. The knight is now going on the opposite side, where it should go for the attack. But it could go back. For example, if h3, knight here, maybe knight there. It could go back. Could be back. Yes. All right, let's move. All right, let's move to another game. The Timmerman, an international master, but with a big a narrator from Netherlands, and we have this endgame where white is the next pawn. This is quite interesting because white is doing much better here, but he needs to find a way to create a passed pawn, and he still doesn't have. So he needs to find a way to push here at one point. And now he found a way, because if knight takes, there is bishop b4 that would pin the knight to the king, and the piece will just be lost. So I really like what black is doing now, but we need still to keep creating passed pawn here. Okay, bishop b4, probably threatening c6 with check. Oh, a very creative move. I like that. Now also the knight might give a discovery check. The knight can go anywhere. Okay, check here to the king. The king needs to go back there. Check here. Will white find something here? The problem is that white cannot take there, because this piece would be hanging. Okay, knight f8. This is going wild, because now suddenly black is a pawn down. What happened? What is happening here? The king was too active? Okay, again now the bishop is trying to give checks. The knight took that pawn. Okay, this is really complex. On the other end, guys, let's see if we find Firouzja. Is Firouzja still playing? The bad part is that it's hard to... Oh. Did you see that? Guys! This is made at the center of the board! Whoa! Whoa! Ah, that's exciting. This is what we want to see. The knight is covering those squares, the bishop is covering this square, and also covering the square that allowed the rook to give a checkmate. I love that. Make a picture, guys. Make that the center of the board. That's fantastic. Yeah, share on all your social media. Go for it. Wow, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Nice. Okay, let's move to another position. We have two grandmasters fighting. Oh wait, is it mate here? Oh, okay, not yet. But this looks like mating coming, no? Yes, now it's mate. Good. Wow. And was not too easy to prevent. The game went very fast because there were really few seconds. Yes, really few seconds. Okay, let's go. I think one of the last games still going on. Tokyo Master foggy mornings. Yeah, the morning can be a bit foggy. I agree. Sometimes, especially in Switzerland. All right, this position, everything is going very fast. The commentator needs to process. Okay, so white has 3 pawns against 2, bishop here, and the pawns are really pushed. On the other end, black has also 2 passed pawn, but the bishops are so strong in the middle of the board because are taking under control the bishop on all the sides. So it's really, they're really powerful. Also, the passed pawn of white are connected and are helping each other. So I think this is just, yeah, this is just over. Okay, now it's just over because look, the rook is gone. Okay, the time is few. Okay, very good. All right, so let's see if there are still games going on. All right, there is still a game here. That's nice. This is a pawn endgame. It seems to be a draw. Let's see if white can do something with the opposition, but it seems white cannot go on because black is having the opposition. Yes, maybe white is trying to do some kind of triangulation, but it should be just a draw. Yeah, it should be just a draw. I think they repeated the position already a couple of times. Okay, black is going far away, but not too far. Now back. Is that, you believe that? Okay, now I'm trying to change the pawns, but this is the last pawn because now it's just a draw. Now black will be changing the last pawn. All right, let me see if there are 6 games. No. All the games are over. So guys, we are ready to go for the round number 5. But before that, we will take a short break. The players can stand up, do some stretching, and be ready for other 4 rounds. We will also be back in a few minutes, and we will go on with the title duel. Stay tuned, and we are for sure going to have other exciting moments. See you soon, guys. are ready to go back. The 5th round is starting, and it's starting now. All right, so here we see the games are starting shortly, really soon. And yes, we have today Swiss Power is not playing, and this is the win for the chat. Like this, also the chat is happy. Okay, but now we go back to the games and we go like this with some hype. We can start the next round. Okay, so Hikaru is with the black pieces against a strong grandmaster from India. So will be will be able to take half a point or a full point from Hikaru. Let's see. Okay, also Joseph, you see. There are of course a lot of grandmaster with 4 out of 4. And Joseph was the winner of the Arena King the time I did some commentary on that. So of course I remember him. He's a very strong grandmaster from Peru, Jose Martinez. And he's a very strong player, especially in fast control. It's very strong. Let's see if he's also winning the title Tuesday today. It means that if it happens, it means that I bring good luck to him. All right. Black has a better position because white has 2 double pawn in the center, so black has a better control of the position. This pawn could be also weak in some points, but still it's very far away from being a clear advantage. It's slightly more pleasant for black. Black could also think about moving this knight away and pushing the pawn f4, f5, f4, whatsoever. So it's interesting. Let's go back to Hikaru. Let's see how the position is evolving. Okay, this is starting to be already messing. I see 2 pawns hanging, and is white to move. All right, so the pawn got exchanged. Now the white structure is a bit weak, but white is having the bishop pair, so maybe he's using. In this kind of position, the question that I ask you guys, and the question that I ask also to myself, is where is white going to castle? Where is black going to castle? And when you think about it, if the reply is nowhere, you understand that this is going to be a wild position because the king are in the middle of the board. The position is pretty open, and this is dangerous for both players. So this will be exciting. Let's see. Okay, X check. The king, I think, gotta go to f8. I think the safe is the safest square there. Yes. Yes. I told you guys. King in the middle. And this is what I like. All right. Wild and crazy. This pawn is very weak. The bishop cannot protect. This is another important factor of this position. There are opposite color bishop. In endgames, when you have opposite color bishops, it mostly means that it's a drawish endgame. But in the middle game, this is far away from being drawish. You know why? Because basically, black is like if black has an extra piece on the dark square to attack the enemy. Because black can attack the black squares, a point on a black square with all its pieces, but white cannot protect with this bishop. So it's like if on half of the board you have an extra piece, and this, when you are attacking, can be crucial because you could attack a crucial point more time than your opponent and you could exploit the weakness. So this could be very dangerous. And one point that is blinking is of course the f2 point. So let's see how this will evolve. At the end, white did castle on the king side. Black is also doing a sort of artificial castle on the king side in order to connect the rook. So the player found a safe square. Well, safe, I don't know, but they found a square for their king. And let's see how is it going on. Okay, so white would like to change the queens. Black seems to be ready also to change queens if needed. Okay, knight to f4, the knight is very strong. Okay, the queen got exchanged. now is still black on the driving seats. The pawn on f2 is very weak, it's just protected by the knight. Ooh, actually, black is winning a pawn. This bishop can easily come back into the game. Attention about the e6 square. Okay, king f6 is losing a pawn, but probably would be too dangerous to take. The time... Ooh, why there's very few time, guys? 3 seconds! Oh, this is too few. No, this is not enough time, I think, against Hikaru. He's playing on 1 second. Basically, he has just to move every single time. So he cannot just stop and think because, yes, the time will be over. All right, and this is it's very hard for white here. Because you just have to follow your instinct, and it's very, very hard. What is good, this is a suggestion that I can give to everyone. When you are playing against your opponent that has very few time, you should not try just to play fast in order to flag him. Because if you play fast, you also can make mistakes. But you should calculate with your time a couple of moves to do in a row. So you want to stop, think, oh, time is over, ooh. Okay, but now it's just winning, the pawn is promoting. Yes, you should calculate a couple of moves to do in a row. So to use your time to think, but not just about one single move, but about a series of moves. Because like this, you can surprise your opponent. And then you can use the fact that you can think, you can stop when you want and think, but your opponent cannot. So think about a couple of moves to do fast, and then stop again. When you're not sure, stop again. But use the time advantage in order to force your opponent in to take a decision under time pressure. All right. Well, this endgame, black is a piece up. There is a pawn. If white is able to capture this pawn, will be a draw. But now actually there is a barrier. I mean, the king cannot go to catch the pawn. So here the king cannot go to catch the pawn. So is it winning? Okay, I think black can just go towards this pawn. I think black can just go and leave the bishop there. Well, not here. Move the bishop. Yep, move the bishop here, I think, and then just go with the king. Try to bring the king. Ooh, well, this makes everything easier maybe, or maybe not. Okay, the king, yeah, the king needs to go to take this pawn, because this pawn is not a problem, because even if white is pushing, the pawn can just take and will still keep this pawn protected. So the king just needs to go to take. It was extremely important, guys, not to take this pawn, because if not, would be a draw. Yes, if black is taking, this is suddenly a draw, because the king is not anymore in the square of the pawn. And so this bishop is the only piece that can stop the pawn. And of course, when the bishop is moving away, this pawn is falling. So that's why this was not good. But now, how black played was very instructive. He brought the king on the right side of the board. He's now capturing the pawn. You see this bishop is multitasking, is protecting, and also avoiding the pawn to be pushed. So the king just went to take, and now the queen is on the board, and is a GG. Very good. Okay, GG, this will be a victory. Here we have another endgame. You see Joseph Martins from Peru is with the black pieces. He has a knight against a bishop, and he has a couple of extra pawn here. So will this pawn be strong enough? The pawn can be stopped. And now, is the enough? Oh, the knight. Is the knight fast enough to stop the pawn? Ooh, you know what? Oh, black turned out. Oh, okay, but this was very hard, because actually white did great. White did create a barrier here. The knight cannot go anywhere near to this pawn, so this pawn is very fast to be pushed. Yeah, this is not easy, but of course it's very painful when you get you see 0-0-0 on your time. It's painful. Okay, the game are all over. Oh, actually not. There are still few games going on. We have, well, yes. I mean, I know that in chess everything can happen, but I will leave the room if this game does not end in a draw. I can risk it. I can take the risk. Okay, please don't disconnect now. Chess.com, forgive me if I have to do that, okay? Okay, please. Okay, I mean, I think that black is playing with me. Yes. Okay, I think I can say yes. Okay, it's good. I don't have to leave the room. We still have a commentator. That's good, GG. Alright, so let's have a look at the standings. We have Hikaru, we have Fair Chess, that is Grandmaster from Russia, Andrek in second place. Exotic Princess, you know who is Exotic Princess? It's Jobava, a beautiful princess from Georgia. Alright, this is the top 3. The game started, 6th round is on. Let's go. Okay, the game of Hikaru already started. Just opening a couple of games. Alright, this is a Queen Gambit. Queen's Gambit. So now we're going to see a bit more usual openings. Cool. You see the standings just here down on the webcam. You can see just the first 8 plays, but if you follow the link, you can get the full standings. All right. So this game is a Queen's Gambit exchange variation. So white did exchange on d5. And basically here, this is a very basic position, and it's important in a very early stage to study some plans here for black, for white, because it's a very classic position. All right, basically white has basically 2 plans here. Plan number 1 is the most famous, is called minority attack, and it's called minority because white is going 2 against 3. Basically, white is pushing the pawns on the queen side in order to break on b5 and to create weaknesses on the queen side. Plan number 2 is to be able to play for e4. So black is organizing all the pieces on the king side and try to push e4. And I think that this is probably what white is trying to do here. Hikaru plays the knight on e5. The knight is well protected by 2 pawns, also bishop is there behind. And so maybe now he could try to play e4. I'm a bit skeptical about this move because it seems like white could just win a pawn here. But Hikaru is thinking, so this makes me think that it's more complex than as it seems. So knight take, pawn take, bishop take, and then what it is? Oh, there is f6, of course. Wow. Okay, so we cannot just take because f6 is a move that we have to be careful. No? Because then if the knight is moving away... okay, so now we understand everything. White took once, but not twice because... look at the evaluation bar. Okay. I thought the evaluation bar was staying. But yeah, it's not a good move. It's not a good move, so... that's why it was not played, and Hikaru went for f5. Probably trying to do f6 even here. Alright. Will white play f6 here? Yes or no? f6, yes or no? It looks like, of course, the idea of f6 is to make the king side, to destroy the king side structure. But after g take f6, this knight is under attack, and where is the knight going? It's not too easy. is not so clear. I'm sure that Hikaru is already drawing plenty arrows on the board, so just to match that, we can also do this. Of course, these are not moves that I calculated, but yeah. I just want to update the stream as well. Yes, Hikaru is leaping. Come on, Hikaru, you're under 1 minute. It's time to find a move. Yes. Oh, well, I think I'm switching board. You see? Switching board, he didn't want, and so he made a move. Just bringing a rook to the action. It's probably a good decision. Just bring a piece. And okay, now he's able to play this. Why? What is happening after f6? Probably there is a check at least. Yeah, probably there is a check. If the king goes away, there is another check. Oh, that's fantastic. Look, so if f6, there is a check probably here, and the king has just to square to move, and then we have check with the knight, and then we are able to protect this knight. So this is cool. Alright, so now Hikaru won a pawn with confidence, and I think now f6 is a threat. Yes. f6 is a threat. Okay, f6 was played, but now check. Wow. Guys, I'm proud because I'm not analyzing lines with engine, so everything that I blunder, everything that I see is because I see that with my mind thinking. So I'm of course proud when I see something in the right way, and this was definitely in the right way. Alright, so f6 was played, but queen b3 was just too strong. Alright, then the rook is now on the 7th rank. White is bringing also the other rook, and guys, 2 rooks on the 7th rank are no way. And I like rook here. If knight takes, there is a fork with the pawn. Also, the rook is preparing to give forks. This is a great position for white. Oh, taking the pawn, but now the rook can take there. The king is going. It's time to probably to move that rook away. Maybe here. Oh, taking the rook. This is good. Oh, wow. I want to show the mate because this is fantastic. Guys, look at this queen sacrifice. This is brilliant. So, giving away the queen. The knight has, of course, to take. And now we have a check. The king has to move. We have a check with the knight. The king has to go there. And yes, you can find. There are plenty of mates on the board. Can you guys find at least 1, 2? I see mates everywhere. Checkmate is everywhere. There is checkmate 1, checkmate 2, checkmate 3. Yes, you can choose which one is your favorite. But well done. I love that sacrifice. Fantastic. Okay, let's move to Grandmaster Andriakin. Here is with the white pieces, a rook against a knight. You know, in rapid chess, in blitz chess, in quick fast chess, I used to call the knight the swindle piece. You know why? Because it's sometimes very hard to avoid force with the knight. And I think I would win a lot of position here with black, just because I won timeout, and I will be able to give a fork. And of course, it's very dangerous to play here with white, because if you put the rook in the wrong place, you will get a fork and you will lose. So white even if white is winning here, is better. This is very hard to win. Okay, let's move to another game still going on. Both players have 5 out of 5, so this is actually a very important moment. Okay, I think here we might see the fielder position, or something similar to the fielder position. Okay, it's important to keep the rooks on the board. Alright, so here we have a rook hand games. White is giving checks from behind. White has few time. Okay, check from behind is good. Okay, now rook back. Just rook back. You know, we are really near to the fielder position. Okay, now just checks. Oh, what happened? Oh, this is not... Yeah, this is the right move. This is the right hand move. And now you gotta go on the right side. Exactly, the short one. The short one. Actually, this is not an easy draw. Now the rook. Oh, wow. But the grandmaster knows the exact technique. And now again. Check. And I think now here. Yes, this is a very at another theoretical position. And the grandmaster played exactly the right moves here. Okay, he's just waiting. Now we can give a check. And now, okay. Oh, okay, now just wait. I think again give checks. Okay. Oh! Oh no! Okay, imagine if black flags. Oh no. Okay. Okay, this is really... Oh no, white flag. I'm really curious. White deserved a lot here because white was showing great technique. He was doing great. But time is time. So time is a piece. The clock is a piece. So this is part of the game. But of course, it's painful to lose on time. Okay, there is just one game going on. And it seems like white is a full rook up. So... Well, rook, piece. So I think this game will finish pretty soon. Yes, I think we won't see a stalemate, right? Oh! Oh, white has very few time! Oh no! White has really very few time! Okay. Okay, but now white managed to put some pre-moves on board. Okay, okay. I think now white has enough moves, enough time. Yeah, now should be over. Yeah, but in chess there is always a chance to go on. I see. The game is still going on. Let's see if white knows how to give checkmate. Yes, white knows. White knows. Okay, this was the last game of round 6. It means that we are already prepared. We saw a very good technique. Yes, white knew how to give mate with rook and king. Very instructive, educational. So guys, if you are a beginner, if you just started playing chess, now you know how to do it. You gotta bring the king toward the hedge and then cover all the exit square with your king and then deliver check with the rook. And you give checkmate. You learn it. Very good. Let's go. Round number 7 is here. All right. Okay. Okay. Is this Pragnananda? I hope I pronounced the name right. It seems to me to be, yes, to be Prague. Prague chess. Exactly. Prague. I will call you Prague. I don't want to mispronounce his name. I'm really sorry if I did. I'm sorry, friends from India. My bad. But is of course a big talent and one of the youngest GM of all the time. He's already starring in India, I think. Let's see what he's doing against our Grandmaster Hikaru. Alright. So the position seems pretty close. White is having more space. One pair of rook got exchanged. But now the pawn on g4 is hanging, yes. And Hikaru is brave enough in order to take that. Alright. In this kind of positions, are really blocked. And basically the way for black to break through are to push some pawns. And a critical push could be the here on e5. Also b6 was critical and has been played already. Let's see if black will be able to push also on e5 here. Okay, white is thinking it's not too easy to deal to play this position. Should white try to go all in with h4? Where is the white king going? I don't know. It's not an easy position. Or maybe trying to go for b4, trying to do a counterattack on the queen side. Okay, h5. It went towards the king side. I see. All right. I see. He's taking a pawn, maybe trying to open the queen side. This is interesting. Okay, let's go back to Andrekin. Now we see some very strong. Already we are in the main part of the event. We see some David and Kant, of course, super strong grandmaster facing each other. And so the games have a completely different weight. Let's see. So white is a full piece up here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Woo! Okay, but a piece for 2 pawns, which is not so easy. The knight at the moment is dominated, so he cannot go anywhere. So the knight is a bit dominated there, but black just lost a pawn. Also, this pawn is hanging. Maybe those pawns could get dangerous. So black is trying to get some counterplay. Okay, changing a rook is probably a wise decision. Now d3 was hanging, so white is protecting the pawn. Trying to reactivate the knight. So basically, white didn't take the pawn, but preferred to simplify the position, to change a rook, activate the knight in order to arrive to this position. Interesting technique here. So, of course, white, in order to win here, needs either to take pawns, to grab other pawns, or to create a pass pawn. And this is not too easy, because to create a pass pawn here doesn't seem easy. And also to grab a pawn, it needs some kind of coordination. Okay, so white decided to give away this pawn. Probably after king here, this pawn might fall. What about rook g8? Okay, rook g8 is losing this pawn. So that's interesting. So it's also opening up a way for the king to enter the game. Okay, now the pawn on f3 is hanging. These are endgames that are really not easy to win. I mean, white is a piece up, but it still needs to fight and to be precise. And of course, if you play against a grandmaster with black, it will put on the board all the right moves. Will g5 be played? Because g5 is threatening g4. And the pawn cannot be captured because the knight is pinned. No, was not played. Rook f5, probably preparing. g5 and rook e5. I think, yeah, black cannot change the rooks because it would be a fork, but now probably rook g5. Bringing the king is a very wise decision. I think the king is going towards the pawns, and also the knight is now unpinned. All right, I think I will move shortly. Okay, Hikaru won the game. Oh no, this is the previous game. Sorry. Oh, Hikaru is still playing. Hikaru is still playing. Praggnanandhaa is in big time trouble. Under 10 seconds. And right, trying to change queens. Ooh, beautiful fork. I mean, of course, Hikaru is the king of the tactics. If the bishop takes, there is a fork with the knight, giving check to the king and taking the knight. So that fork is completely winning. Now there is a pawn hanging. The king is just going up, changing pawns. So Hikaru is a piece up. I think it was thinking about something, to be fast, to be precise. It wants to give mate. Is it pushing there? Yeah. And if king there, he has a check with the pawn. So actually it's mate. Yeah, it's mate. It's mate incoming. If the king goes there, this is mate, right? Right, chat? Is this mate? Is mate, yeah. And if the king goes here, same, mate. So, okay, Hikaru, this is what a super grandmaster is always having to do. He's not just finding a good move, but he's trying to find the best move. He doesn't want to win a game, but he wants to win it as soon as he can. Not to give any chance to your opponent. Always try to go for the best move. When there is a good move in chess, try to find a better one. And this is of course a famous quote in chess, and this is what top grandmasters are doing. So, and we can of course learn a lot from that. All right. The Timmerman is playing against Grishuk, an international master from Netherlands. All right, so here black is an exchange down. Black is an exchange up. And white has a pawn to compensate. The question is, can black give away the rook for a pawn in the right moment? Maybe king there. It's not too easy. Okay, what about the time? Grisham is in time trouble. Okay. Is it draw? Will it be a draw? I mean, white is just waiting, sitting, looking, staring at the opponent and saying, huh, what are you doing now? Yeah. How will black do that? Okay, black can bring the king wherever he wants. Yeah, black can bring the king where he wants. Okay, he's trying to bring the king to go maybe towards this pawn. Oh my god! This is near. Why not here? Go back. No, why not? Why did I mean you wanted to do the tour? Go for the tour. Keep going for the tour. I like the idea. Okay, the king is just dancing. Okay. Okay, I think this is a draw. Oh, Grishuk, don't lose on time, please. Mr. Grishuk, you gotta be fast, not to lose on time. Okay, this should be a draw. Yeah, repetition. Oh wow, exciting by the way. Okay, all the game are... Oh no, there is still Grandmaster Krikor. Oh, just finished. So I think all the games are... Oh, we have this endgame still. We have this endgame. And we have this endgame. I see. This should be a draw. Let's see if white is going wrong anyway. White has more time, so white is just going up and down with the bishop. Is there a way that white can go down, can go wrong? Yes, there is a way. I mean, I think okay, you should try to give a check at one point to bring in the king on b1. I think you should really try to give a check. Wow. White is protecting so fast. Yeah, repetition. Oh, stalemate. Wow, great. All right, so I think all the games are gone. Yes, they are over. So we are ready for round number 8. All right, so there are just 2 players with 7 out of 7. One is Hikaru and the other is Exotic Princess, so it's Jobava. And Firusha is at 6 out of 6.5 out of 7. Then we have Dubov. We have Kwaparadze, and also we have Andrekin. We have a lot of players here with 6.5. So also, and of course then a lot of Grandmaster with 6 out of 7. The tournament is open. Hikaru is playing good. I think now we have the direct match between Hikaru and Jobava. This is the game that we want to follow, absolutely. Jobava is well known to be a very creative player. Is probably a genius and is always, even in classical chess, even at a top player level, is always playing pretty creative variation. So it's definitely a game that we want to see. So Jobava, don't leave us down. Okay, this is actually a pretty classical opening. It's a Slav variation. It's a pretty normal position. I gotta say, I expected something crazier. But that is fine. That is fine. Okay, so white has the bishop here. This diagonal looks a bit weak here. I'm not sure if f5 was the best of the moves. Question is, where is white going to castle? Because this pawn will be always weak here. And it's not possible to push e5 at any moment. Okay, probably e5 was meant to put a knight here. Or here. Maybe knight here, queen there, g5, rook here, rook g7, give mate. Jobava knows what he wants to do. But let's see if he can do that. The rook is protecting the bishop, so the queen wants to be free to go wherever she feel like. Alright. King away. I think Jobava wants to push on g5 at one point. He will push on g5 at one point. It seems like he's preparing everything for that. For that moment. Maybe also bringing the queen somewhere. Maybe here. Okay, queen e2. Looking at that square. Here players are preparing something. Jobava is not playing without a plan. Okay, rook here, protecting another time. Rook here. A pair rook will be exchanged. g5 or not g5? g5 or not? g5 yes, g5 no. To be or not to be? Queen g6, not g5. Okay, the rook got exchanged. Where is this queen going? Maybe supporting a knight there? Rook d7, controlling the d7 rank. Okay, the queen goes back. Maybe Jobava, Jobava wants to play g5. Maybe. Yes. Let's see. But it's very hard because there is a rook here. So it's now controlling the square. Okay, Hikaru is just stabilizing the position, improving slowly. You see, pushing his pawn was just a slow improvement of the position. White is achieving another square, controlling the c6 square. A bishop might go there, also a rook could go there. For example, bishop here is just blocking completely the c file, and black is not doing anything with that. Let's see, will we see bishop c6? Not yet. Also because you know what can be very strong? Of course, if the rook is going out, then bishop c6 will be cutting the rook just unprotected. So it could be very dangerous. Okay. The queen cannot really, doesn't have really perspective here. Okay, so now white can of course take here and win a pawn. Will that be enough? Not, because this pawn is also hanging. Of course, Hikaru is now taking this, check, taking check. It's calculating everything and he knows the solution. And he's taking. You see, he was calculating everything that I say. He saw the check there and so he moved the king. Alright. Okay. I don't know if Jobava is also doing a lot of hours on the board. Okay, guys, I will ask yourself, do you think I will ask it again. Do you think Hikaru will win the title Tuesday this week? Let's go. You can just say yes or no. Yes, no. Okay, it seems like he's winning here, huh? No, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yeah, there are believers. Oh, well, 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 well. Let's see, let's see. Okay. This is not easy because also black has pass pawn and also black can push pass pawn, but it seems like white is faster. Now white can probably bishop e3 and then starting pushing e5 and then yeah, white it's very fast, no? I mean, what is that bishop doing? I think queen f7 is winning a piece, right? Yeah, not neither. Just pushing pawns and the pawn is unstoppable. Okay, brilliant technique is Hikaru is bringing another point home. So, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Very, very good. Very good. Alright, GG's to Hikaru. Well done. 8 out of 8 is not a bad result. Okay, let's see Firusha. Firusha is playing against Andreakin. They have both 6.5. So to win a game now would be pretty important. Oh, there is very few time on the board. Oh, I'm scared. There is a pawn pushing there. The pawn was hanging. Okay, black is collecting other pawns. It's now pinning the knight. Trying to push the pawn. Of course, it was a trap. White couldn't take white. Oh, black lost a piece. Ooh. Attention. There is a pawn that is nearly doing a queen, but now is. Oh, is mate. Wow. Just wow. Guys, I mean, I don't know if you realize what just happened, but please, a moment to appreciate this. White did allow black to promote, just allowed black to promote, and went for this beautiful combination. Rook check, not here, but here. And if the knight goes here, how is white winning? Probably with a check here. How is white winning here? Check here, king there, check here, king here, and mate. Wow, that's crazy. That's really crazy. The check there is it's so tempting to give a check there, but after king there probably there's nothing. Okay, and so the king went on the other side and check with the knight, check again, the knight gives check, king has to go check, and now there is just queen here, and of course would be mate. I mean, this is grandmaster level, and this is what is incredible that they are able to do this even with very few time. I'm impressed. I'm literally impressed. Whoa. Okay, there is still one game going on, and yeah, and this is an opposite color bishop. It's just a draw. And yeah, it means, guys, that for the second half of the tournament, other 4 games are on. So we will go back in a short break, and right after we are ready for the last 3 games. Will Hikaru win? Will Andreakin win? Will another player win? We are going to discover it soon. So stay tuned and see you in very few minutes. See you then. Hello, here we are, ready to be back. The game is starting in less than 1 minute, and we left with Hikaru with a brilliant 8 out of 8. He just won his decisive match against Jobava. They were both leading with 7 out of 7, and Hikaru with a brilliant technique won that game by pushing every single pawn, pushing the D pawn until promotion. So great. I repeat the question to the chat. Will Hikaru win this tournament? Furusha lost against Andrekin, so it seems probably now we are going to see the direct match between Hikaru and Andrekin. His Chess.com account is Fair Chess. So let's see. I'm hyped for this next round. And the round started. So let's start immediately with the games. Alright, for sure we will keep the attention on the board number 1. Andrekin against Hikaru. Okay, let's have a look at the opening shortly. Okay, it was a modern opening. The Caro-Kann with G6. Alright, so white is for sure a bit better here because white pawn structure is just better here. Though black has 4 pawns here, but it seems like they are 3 pawns. Also, this pawn is playing a bit against this bishop. So for sure here, the white pawn structure is a bit better. Now, what black did was pretty interesting. He basically gained space on the queen side. Yeah, I'm curious to see how black would proceed. Which plan is black going to have? Maybe placing a knight on d5, maybe putting the rook on the d file, just bringing out all the pieces. What you see always in all the Grandmaster games, you see that they try to play with harmony, they try to bring out all the pieces, they try to connect rook, they try to have the king in a safe place, and then they try to improve every single piece. So, of course, if you have all your pieces active, you probably have a good position and you might have some tactical chances. Let's see. Okay, a pair of rook got exchanged. Probably Hikaru needs still to bring this rook into the games. He's starting with the knight, attacking this bishop. If white would change, already black could have the bishop pair. That could be long-term an important advantage. Okay. Is thinking about taking with the pawn, maybe. Yeah, because after if you take with the pawn, it's true that this is weak, but okay. My connection was beeping. Everything is good. Alright, so Hikaru as the bishop pair. Maybe we'll try to remove this bishop and try to push all the pawns on the king's side. Could be an interesting idea. Okay, also activating this bishop seems good. Maybe here. Or maybe b4. No, I don't think he can push off b4. Okay, this game seems pretty fine. Okay, let's see Dubov. He has 7 out of 8. He's playing against an international master from Russia, Alex Trapishko. And he needs to win if we want to fight for the podium or more. Let's see. This position, white is a pawn down, but white will probably be able to capture the pawn on c4 back. After that, black pawn structure is a bit weak. This pawn will be a bit weak. The king is still in the middle, so not clear what will black do about it? Maybe white will try to play e4 at one point to attack this pawn. Maybe put a rook first on the e file. I slightly prefer white here. I think it's fairly safe to say that white is a bit better here. Alright, so let's go back to Hikaru. Let's see how the position is evolving. This is a pretty static position. It's pretty slow. It's time to improve slowly your pieces. But it seems that Hikaru is on the driving seat. Yeah, Hikaru is trying to improve this position slowly and consistently. A difference between white structure and black structure is that white cannot really do anything. Basically, white cannot push any pawn on the queen side. Instead, the black pawn structure is much more flexible and allows some margin of play for black on the king side. Black, for example, can consider about playing bishop somewhere to maybe to protect his pawn and to push f5, f4, maybe even g4. He's playing bishop to d6, probably with the idea that after bishop c5 he wants to be ready to keep the bishop on this diagonal. And this is what he's doing. And now black has a brilliant pawn structure. I really like. There is no double pawn. Yes, he has the bishop here. And I think that here is black playing for a win. Of course, it will be still a long way before we see a victory for black. But I think that Hikaru could do it. Also, look at the time. 13 seconds for white. I mean, of course, he's also a very strong grandmaster. He's a very strong blitz, a bullet player. So everything is possible. But I don't know. I think this game will last still very long, so I want to shortly check the results here. What did Jobava? Jobava won, so he's at 8 out of 9. I see. Instead, Andrekin is still playing. Yes. All right. Of course, Andrekin is trying to change the bishops. The position repeated already once. Oh my god, the time is very few. I mean, Hikaru, yes, took some time, and now he should think about a way to change something, to surprise, maybe to push e5 at the right time, maybe. Okay, so we will try to give a check there. Okay, he's pushing f5. Maybe he's trying to go for g4. Oh, yes. Ooh. G4, g6. You see, this was probably a mistake because now the bishop is taking all the pawns. Oh, wow. Okay, so he blocked everything on this king side. Of course. Oh, wow. White cannot exchange. Now we have a pawn endgame and the pawn endgame is just winning. Whoa! Wow! Oh, that's crazy. Insane. And this is really how Hikaru torches. White was in time pressures and is trying slowly to pushing pawns to create stuff and not taking immediately the knight, no, but make him suffer, improving the position, try to stabilize the position, and then when the bishop was, yeah, you see, it took there just when the bishop was not defending anymore this pawn, and this was crucial. Wow, impressive. Hikaru is on 9 out of 9. Okay, it seems to be unstoppable. There are a couple of players. There is Dubov, and there is there are, let's see the standings. Okay, so there is Dubov, there is Okay, Jobava, but the Jobava already played. Probably he will play against... Okay, not against Dubov, probably against Wonderful Time. No, he's an international master from Vietnam, Tuan Minh Lee. And he should be playing against him. Okay, let's see if there is any game still going on. No, all the games are done. So it means that we are ready for the round number 10. Okay, the round number 10 is on. And a lot of players are fighting. And Hikaru is 1 point ahead of everyone. I think he's winning this tournament with confidence. Let's see. Okay, as expected, Hikaru is playing against Wonderful Time. Is for sure an extremely strong player, a blitz specialist. And let's see what he will be playing against Hikaru. Alright, changing the bishop. A very quiet position. I see. Okay, let's try to understand the others. Okay, so Dubov is playing against Adnan, a FIDE master from Iran. Which opening was this one? Oh, wow. I was a Sicilian with before. I felt like there is something weird in this position, something unconventional. And here it is. Okay, so this is called Wing Gambit. If I'm not wrong, the chat can help me. But I think it's called Wing Gambit in the Sicilian. Alright, Dubov is there. So Jobava is playing against who? Maybe against Firuza. Wow. Okay, we have some interesting match going on. I like it. Let's see shortly this game. Because they are fighting for the podium, no? Firuza is with 7.5 out of 9. So he absolutely needs the win if he wants to get any chance to get to the podium. Let's see. Okay, so this was it the Tori attack? Which kind of opening was that? D5, bishop g5. Yeah. F5, yeah, was something similar to the Tori attack. Both flag you have a knight on the center. These are a very complex position. Yeah, not easy to play, to go on. Maybe white will try to push g4 at one point. Maybe h3, g4, trying to get space. It's still not clear what black will castle, if black will go short or will go for long castle. It's a very complex position. But let's go to the main board, because of course, guys, we want to know, is Hikaru going to win the event? Is it going to win one more game and to win this title user with 11 out of 11? It's 9 out of 9, huh? It's not too far away from that. Alright. So, Queen f3, he still didn't play against Firuza. Maybe last round we could see Firuza against Hikaru. Let's see. Okay. So Hikaru has the bishop here, has more space on the board, so he has for sure a better position here. It's just a slight advantage. It's not a big deal. It's not that he's winning or no. But he has much more pleasant position. Also a much more pleasant position that that might allow him to keep more time on the board, keep more time on the clock. And this, as we saw in the game before, can be extremely important. So let's see. Actually, Hikaru is already nearly 40 extra seconds on the clock, so this is not bad. Will he go for b4? Before, yes or no? No, not yet. h5. h5, the knight... actually, h5 is leaving the g5 square for the knight, but that's not too big of a deal. Okay, queen e2 and knight f6. As I said, the knight on g5 wasn't doing that much. Okay, rook d2, rook 3 d2, queen f3, rook bishop back. You see the player is a bit going up and down with the pieces. Is Hikaru going for a draw? No. No, of course not, because he's a bit better. Oh, is c5 possible? d5. Ooh. Ooh, he wants to go for a victory here. Okay, so what's happening here? It could probably take on f6 or not. The idea is probably to take on f6 and then to give a check there. And then check there and then everything is crazy. Okay, so he's going to take and now he's going to... no, now he cannot do it anymore because the queen is under attack. Oh, what was that? What happened? Alright, he's now a pawn down. This is a weird decision. Because he's now a pawn down. I thought he wanted to go for after d5. He wanted to take here and go for the check and I don't know, trying to get some compensation. And it looked like a brilliant idea. But something went wrong. Something went wrong because now, I mean, still the bishop pair is strong, but you're a pawn down. And so I just read a comment in the Chess.com chat that they were saying Hikaru is not having a wonderful time. I agree, Hikaru is in an unpleasant position, he's a pawn down, but it is far away to be lost because, oh, actually, the king is very active. Let's see. King to b5. Let's see. Okay, so let's move shortly to other boards because Firouzja is also having a possession. It's pretty complex. Firouzja is an exchange down, right? Yeah, we have a few seconds on the board. Oh, I know that Firouzja has a lot of fans, but I think he's not going to make it. I love that move. The bishop cannot take because this pawn is hanging, and now he's going to promote and then to take that pawn. Oh, this is... oh wow, great victory of Jobava. In the meanwhile, we have a result. I'm sorry that I didn't like to see it live. Hikaru did a draw. So his dream, okay, Firouzja lost on time. Just that you see, the game of Hikaru ended up in a draw. The knight was there. The bishop protected, the pawn got pushed. Knight giving a check, basically forcing the bishop to take. And now it's just a bishop, opposite color bishop hand game, which is just a draw. You remember I was talking about opposite color bishop and I said that in end games is mostly a draw. You see, the player didn't even try. They just agreed for a draw. Instead, in the middle game, they can be a very powerful resource, especially if you're going for an attack. So keep it in mind, opposite color of the bishop doesn't mean draw. Well, in endgame with just pawns, probably they are mostly drawish, but in middle game, they could be very, they could lead to very sharp position. Alright, so we are approaching the last round. There are still some games going on. So let's see. Grandmaster 2, Grandmaster Chris from Russia against Grandmaster Andreyka, also from Russia. Russia is... do you know how many Grandmaster has Russia? Do you know the number? Okay, this was a draw by repetition. No guys, I don't know the right number, but you can search it out. You can search it out. I want somebody to find out the right number of grandmasters that Russia is having. But it's a big number. It's a big number. For sure 3 numbers. Alright. Alright, so this is a FIDE master against national master. The queen is on the board. Okay, white is winning, no? White is just winning. Okay. Great technique. The rook is over. Okay, now it's just over. Is it the last game? No, there's still one more game going on. We have chess master again grandmaster. Oh wow. White won by timeout. And this is, it seems like mate, but it's not mate because black can still do that. Alright. Okay, so I think now all the games are over. Attention please, ladies and gentlemen, that's the last round. And I think that Hikaru needs just a draw in order to win the event. Who is he playing? Let's see. Oh, he's playing against Jeffrey. Oh, a super talented grandmaster from the United States, a super young boy. And let's see what he's going to do against Hikaru. Do we have fun here of Xiong? My pronunciation is terrible, but never mind. Please don't listen to me. Exactly. Let's see. This is interesting. Will they go for a draw? Okay, so he played the most solid opening in chess, that is the Berlin. Oh. Which one is this line? Oh, it gave away the bishop. Mostly here, white is taking. Instead, he gave away the bishop and then he played f4. Oh, that's interesting. I should play it myself. I will play it myself with white. I mean, should not be a big deal, but you know, can be funny. Can be funny. Yes. Let's see. Let's open also other games. Wonderful Time is playing against Exotic Princess. I really love these Chess.com usernames. I won't call the name after. I don't want to call the players after their own name, but after the nickname. They're fantastic. They have good fantasy. Okay, Andrekin is playing against Fatih. I see, and Firouzja did lose the game, so Firouzja is not having big chances now. I'm sorry for the Firouzja fan, but it is like it is. It is like it is. Okay. So, we want to know the name of the winner. So, basically, the winner of the title Tuesday, there are just 2 options. Either is Jobava or there is Hikaru. Jobava, in order to win, has to win his game against Wonderful Time. And he also needs to hope that Hikaru is losing. So, it's not a nice chance. I think Hikaru is more in the way to win this title Tuesday. Let's see. Okay, so let's totally say something about this position. All the pieces are on the board. Nothing got exchanged, so the tension is real. Maybe a pawn might be exchanged soon here on c4 or d5. No, still all the pieces on the board. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, here in this kind of position, black could try different plans. One could be to try to play f5, one to try to put a knight there and maybe playing f6. Different ideas. Let's see what black is going to choose. Let's go back to Hikaru. against Jeffrey. So Hikaru loves bishop pairs. This is clear. Now it's doubling the rook on the c file, attacking the pawn on c3. Okay. So he has this pawn that is a passed one, and this pushing. When you have a passed pawn, pushing it is mostly a good idea. You might create good chances. What is dangerous now is that the 7th rank might be weak. So for example, after a4 rook here, where is the queen going is not so clear. Okay, so you see, Hikaru put the bishop back in order to give the rook the chance to go down. This makes sense. All right. Bishop attack. The bishop has been moved. Maybe white can try to push f5 at one point. Yes, he's going for f5. Interesting. Maybe rook. I would play rook g2. I think. Trying to keep the pieces on the board. Okay, e6 has been played. You know, this can be risky. I mean, if black does a mistake, suddenly the position could fall apart. The queen could enter there. Okay, so Hikaru has the faraway pass pawn, which is pretty good, because in order to protect this pawn, to avoid that this pawn is going to push, you have to bring the pieces away from the king, no, from the other side of the board. Instead, black can much more easily cover this pawn by keeping the pieces into the action. So let's see. Okay, the pawn is going. The pawn is going. Is one square for becoming a queen. Bishop there. H6. Oh wow. It's funny that here the evaluation bar is on 000, but I think that this is everything but not 000. I mean, of course, the engine understands a lot, but from a human point of view, I think this position is just crazy. But I think here we are going to see a draw, actually. Because if white is exchanging, we have again this bishop pair endgame where black is a pawn down, but black can decide at any point to change this bishop for this knight, and then we will have again an opposite color bishop endgame. So another draw. Also, what Hikaru is doing is putting all the pawns on the white squares that are the right square for having a draw opposite color bishop endgame. And this is, guys, this is a draw. So I think that Hikaru is on his way to draw the game, and so to win this Title Tuesday with 10 out of 11. Great performance by Hikaru. Congratulations. Really well done. He was fighting, even if he needed just to draw, so he kept fighting, and totally deserved. Wow, congratulations. Okay, so we have some big time control, so let's go to see that, because the tournament is still open. There are still a lot of games going on. Here we have Andreikin that is winning because the opponent hardly blundered under serious time pressure. The game of Exotic Princess of Jovava against International Muscle Lee is still open. There are just one pawn per side. So if the knight is taking, this should be a draw, right? So the pawn is going in this direction. So actually, black cannot just push, but it seems like the bishop should be able to keep the everything under control. Okay, now the king will go. No. Will the king go? Okay, bishop away. Okay, I think this is just a draw. And if this is a draw, I think that Jobava might get to the podium. Or even second place probably. Probably second place. Okay, Jobava offered a draw. Was refused. Probably he had not enough time to accept it. I mean, sometimes when you are so fast, you don't even realize. You don't even realize that your opponent offered a draw. Yeah. Because it's very small, it's in the chat, and sometimes you just look at the board, so you're not looking anything else. Yeah. Come on! Push the pawn! Just push the pawn. Oh, you heard me. Okay, now bishop f2, and now it's a draw. Just move the king, promote, draw. All right, is this the last game? Oh, there's still one game going on. One game is going on still. So the tournament is not yet over. I see. Oh, this is not easy to win. I think you can sit down, people, take the popcorn, because the tournament is not over yet. I mean, this is rook plus a pawn against king, so there is no way to keep the pawn. This should be a draw. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's no way. I mean, white is just trying to avoid repetition. Okay. Wow, but I like, oh, it's funny. I like that white tried to take, and if black is pre-moving, black is losing, so good try. But guys, yes, the tournament is over. Here we see the standings here behind, and big congratulations to Hikaru for winning the event. And also the podium, we see that Jobava took the third place, and then Draken Fairy Chess on YouTube got the second place. A lot of strong grandmaster, a lot of exciting moment. Congratulations to the winners. Yes, I hope for you was an exciting event. All right, so I think I'm done with this commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the Title Tuesday event. We had crazy mate. We had mate at the center of the board. We had a great combination. So it was great. So hope to see you soon, guys. Take care and have a great evening. See you soon. Bye bye.